Hello, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stoneman, and I have a really interesting video topic for you. You guys are really gonna like this one. It's called Dried Fruit Magic. How cool is this? And then there's some people who are gonna come out and be like, oh, that's demonic. Dried fruit magic, that's evil. The Bible talks against witchcraft. Witchcraft is magic without God. God is literally magic. Jesus literally came back from the dead. He turned water into wine. He cured the blind. He cured the sick. Everything he did was a miracle, but when people are doing that without Jesus, they're doing some kind of sorcery because it's not through Jesus. And if it's not through Jesus, then it has to do with something that doesn't benefit the overall good of the planet. So when I talk to you about dried fruit magic and you get on the defensive, you actually haven't read the Bible. Most of Leviticus is all blood magic. It was literally all blood magic. So it's the first couple of chapters in the Bible. If you look all throughout the Bible, even Moses was doing some major magic. Literally the other priests that were doing magic against Moses with the staff and the snake and rivers, water into blood, you don't see them calling Moses demonic. Like, don't insult God's children. So God literally said, be fruitful. Be fruitful. So you're going to be fruitful in this video with fruit magic, and it's actually really easy. So we're going to get really technical here because this is a magic. Life is magic. God works magic in our lives. Prayer is magic. Prayer is magic. It's magical when you have your prayers answered because God loves you. So when we're talking about fruit magic, let's talk about the human anatomy. The stomach is like, so basically in healing ceremonies, for example, in Hawaii, in the Amazon, they throw herbs into a fire to release into the atmosphere so it heals the land. So your stomach is the solar plexus chakra. That's a fire chakra. I know online says, oh, this is close to the water one. It's fire. It is the fire chakra. I don't care what online says. That's why it's your manifestation center. Online tries to change information so humans can't access it. So they have no spiritual gifts available online that they can teach you about. So you can't even type into a Google search result that what is clairvoyance or manifestation. They start telling you some kind of backwards answer because they don't want you having that, because you'll connect to Jesus and you'll unlock your true abilities in helping other people. So your stomach is fire. It's literally fire. So that's why, for example, if for someone who has overactive stomach, whatever, then they'll take peppermint because that peppermint's icy cool and it cools the fire. So the human body is a very interesting thing. God knew exactly what he made when he made that. So that's why I say when you're throwing fruit into the fire here, just like the natives did. People like, oh, they burn sage. They did a whole bunch of stuff that you guys don't even know about. So there's a whole bunch of Native American rituals that I'm surprised that actual Native American, younger generations do not know anything about. So they know, oh, you're supposed to burn sage. There's a whole instructions to burning sage. You don't just walk around and burn it. You cleanse the floor. And how do I know? I live in Florida. I've actually talked to people with full-fledged Native American upbringing, and they told me that not everything that the elders teach is correct because their elders, if they don't like one teaching, they can remove it. And it's like the it's like the phone game, phone call. So you get 7 people, you line them up, and you say, he sells seashells by the seashore. By the time it's at the 7th person, it's not even the same message. It's just a joke. So if one person didn't like how it came out, and they'll change it just because they felt like it, no one's going to catch on to that. So it's the same thing. So this is a ritual that the Native Americans did that no one really knows about for some reason. So I'm going to relate it more to the Native Americans because the Hawaiians do this. So what it is, you throw herbs into a fire and it goes to the sky. It goes to the top of the firmament to heal the land. So they actually use sweetgrass, and they didn't use sage in that actually. They use other things that they use certain things and they avoid certain things. So I'm not going to talk too much about their rituals because it's actually sacred, and I'm not going to teach what I taught basically to private students. So for the people who have one-on-one teaching and tutoring from me, you have more information that Jesus allows me to give than any human on the planet. Yay! That's kind of scary. So that's why I don't teach on YouTube. So where am I getting at with this? This is fruit magic. So what's the point of fruit magic? All fruits are magic. God told us to be fruitful. And what happens is you take a fruit, such as strawberry, and you eat the dried fruit without sugar. So you're going to buy some dried fruits for this video. Now we're getting to the heart and the essence of this video. Strawberry, banana, kiwi. Natural fruits. You can use jackfruit. I like jackfruit so much. Ooh, jackfruit's very good. It's very healing. It makes you feel awesome and strong. But don't overdo it, guys. You don't need a lot. It's like seasoning vegetables. You don't need a lot. You can use dried vegetables for this video. Specifically, I'm talking about fruit. Because fruit has a different aspect about it. It's more sweet. So, what happens when your stomach is a fire? That's why there's stomach acid. That's the body's flame pit, because it needs to burn the food to be able to create ash matter, which is poop. Yay, poop. Like, I'm talking about poop, and you're like, yeah, because it's a biological function that you guys should know about. Now, you're basically throwing something into the fire. That's why I said a long time ago, if you eat beef, you're throwing that into your body's fire, and there's a certain point in your spiritual journey when you touch beef. Like, even when I eat fish and I can touch the fish or even digest the fish and see the entire life journey of the fish. You can see which fish have swim fast, which fish is, and that's the thing, not all fish. Some fish, if they're caught sad, I won't go to that place or restaurant where the fish is sad. Sometimes they just leave the fish in the bucket and you can see the fish in the bucket thinking about its kids before it died, versus just basically being put down nicely. So it's like, okay. But I would quit beef and pork and chicken, because just the way they treat the chickens. Ask Jesus to show you. I can't tell you that. Well, what am I gonna eat then? Do it slowly. Ask Jesus to show you. You'll live a long time when you do. So with fruit, for example, when you eat strawberries that are basically dried strawberries, why not fresh? Because dried has a different aspect to it. It's preserved. Preservatives. So you eat that dried strawberry, you will be more abundant. I'm telling you that right now. Because if you sweat it out, when you eat, that's the thing about beef. I can smell a human that eats beef because I can smell it on their sweat. It smells like a dead animal. It sounds crazy to say that, but it stays in the stomach for a long time. So when someone starts sweating beef, you can smell it. It smells like, I'm not going to say the example at all. It's not cool. So when someone has strawberries, you will literally sweat the strawberries out. And people will find you more vibrant and attractive, and they'll see more opportunity in you, and they basically, for example, you'll be chosen first before other people. You'll basically, because strawberries are one of the only fruits that has the seeds growing on the outside. So, and it's red. Red has to do with passion, energy, vibrance. So when you eat strawberries, for example, you can eat a handful like once a day, and that's enough for you to have that going through your sweat, and you're walking around with strawberries in your aura, abundance in your aura, like. So dried bananas, and I'm not going to say every fruit, but I'm just giving you the concept of how it works, because you guys know what different fruits do. Banana, it's yellow. Yellow has to do with manifestation. Manifestation with bananas, very powerful. Bananas are very sweet, and they're very strong. So you're going to feel fresh when you eat banana. Dried banana. You can eat fresh banana too, but dried banana has a different impact for some reason. So if you'd like more confidence, bananas are very confident. They're phallic as well. So they're good for fertility. So if you're a man and you'd like to, this is a big secret. If you'd like to have more of a count, if you know what I mean, not like Dracula, but but the banana can actually help manifest that. Bananas help manifest a whole bunch of stuff. Eat dried bananas, your manifestations will go a lot quicker. Dried oranges, you'll be more attractive to people, because you'll be more healing when you're around them, just because you have an energy that most of the world doesn't. Not enough people are wearing orange. So, looking in my mind's eye, I'm seeing vegetables. I was waiting for Jesus to show me fruit. He said you can use vegetables. What about the green ones? Because they don't know about vegetables. So basically, like, broccoli is very green. And this is about fruits in this video, but he showed me vegetables. Cauliflower is very fertile and abundant. So when you eat it, it goes through your sweat. And you're not just being healthy, but you can eat it fresh too. You don't have to eat it dried, but it's cool when it's dried. So when you're eating broccoli, for example, it goes through your sweat and you have more of a green. It's green. It's very fertile and it's very abundant. So when you eat that, you're going to find more opportunities. This video is very short and straight to the point. Jesus is not going to let me go through every fruit. I guess I'll make another video about this in the future. He's not. I wait for my inbox, basically my mind's eye inbox, to see more images or visions, but he said that's enough. I think that was 3. I don't know. Any questions, ask in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. God bless all of you. Ciao.